Shalom. Welcome back to another episode of Bible Secrets Revealed. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and say salutations to you brothers that's pushing this truth and sincerity and in truth. Today's lesson is basically going to be about the Most High might purposely humble you. All right? The Most High might purposely humble you. Okay? Because within this knowledge and this truth of ours, sometimes we say or do things not really considering. All right? And when I say that, meaning that we may say, I'm going to do this, I'm not going to do that. This is going to happen to me, this is not going to happen to me. Or you make these blanket statements not considering that the Most High controlleth the paths of man, okay? So it's very important to say when you make a statement, to always remember to say, Lord willing this or Lord willing that, okay? And that's very important because the Most High could put you in a situation where you end up doing the wrong thing, right? Even though you did not want to do the wrong thing. A lot of times the Most High might do that to you to humble you. All right? To teach you a lesson. Okay? So that's just something to think about. I'm going to go into the story of Peter in the book of Matthew, the 26th chapter. I'm going to start at the 31st verse. It's basically the story about Peter saying what he wasn't going to do, right? Which was denying the Lord. Okay? This is Matthew 26:31. Then saith Yahweh Shai unto them, all ye shall be offended because of me this night, for it is written, I will smite the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock shall be scattered abroad. But after I am risen again, I will go before you in Galilee. Peter answered and said unto him, though all men shall be offended because of thee, yet I will never be offended. Now Peter made that statement. He shall never be offended. But let's see what Yahweh Shai said. He said, Yahweh Shai said unto him, verily I say unto thee, that this night before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice. All right? So Peter was set in his mind about what he was and wasn't going to do. But through the Spirit, Yahweh Shai already had known that, hey, before this night is over, you're going to deny me 3 times. All right? Now I'm going to just scroll down to the part where he did it, but you can go back and read the story. This is verse 75. Actually, verse 74. It says, then began he to curse and swear, saying, I know not the man. And immediately the cock crew. Right? Verse 75. And Peter remembered the word of Yahweh Shai, which said unto him, before the cock crow thou shalt deny me thrice. And he went out and wept bitterly. So he planned on not doing what he did. But guess what? He did it anyway. All right? And Peter isn't just some nobody. All right? You know, Peter was a rock upon which Yahweh Shai built the church, okay? So you have to take that into consideration with statements you make and things you say you're going to do, all right? Or especially people that say, I'm going to do this vow or not that vow. Man, we are at the mercy of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's just plain and to the point. We are at his mercy. Okay? And we always beg that he's merciful, even when we do fuck up. Alright? Let's keep going. Salakia. Let's get Matthew 14:38. It says, watch ye and pray, lest ye enter into temptation. The spirit truly is ready, but the flesh is weak. So we all know what we have to do, but the flesh is truly weak. That's why we need forgiveness. That's why we need mercy. That's why we must constantly pray. All right. And hope that in great times of trouble, we do the right thing. You know, you can make all the statements you want to make right now, but when your back is up against that wall, as people say, or shit hits the fan type scenario, you never know what you will do. All right. Let's keep moving. Let's get and this is not gonna be too long. Let's get Romans 7. Let's go. Let's start at 18. And this is Paul speaking. It says, "For I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. For to will is present with me." Right, the spirit it wants to do what's right, but sometimes you don't do what's right. All right. Just none of the hopeful elect or the elect is making it into the kingdom perfect. You're just not. As much as we want to, as much as the scriptures say we hate this flesh vehemently. All right. We're still prone to go off. Okay. You just don't want to make those times when you go off, continuous, man. You just don't. It says, "For I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. For to will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good I find not. For the good that I would do, I do not. But the evil which I would not, that I do." And this is coming from Paul. "Now if I do that I would not, it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me." Right? So, like I said, it's the flesh. The spirit wants to do the right thing. It yearns to do the right thing. But sometimes the flesh does not follow. Okay? It just doesn't. Verse 21, "I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me." So, being subject to that sin, to that flesh, is a way to keep us humbled, man. To knock us down a couple pegs. Because when you do go off, the example with Peter, he wept bitterly. He considered that, which is showing that you remorseful. 2/3 in the world, when they go off or do things, they don't even consider. Or even when you point it out that they're going off, they still don't consider. All right? We at least consider and acknowledge and keep striving for that straight and narrow. Right? It says, "For I delight in the law of the Most High after the inward man, but I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind, and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin which is in my members. O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death?" Right. So we all need deliverance. All right. We all need salvation, because this flesh is horrible, man. Put wicked thoughts, things that you not meaning to do, but sometimes you still do. All right. But a lot of times the Most High allows these things to happen to humble you, to keep you in place. Don't get so full of yourself. Right? To consider. Because next time a brother might go off or offend you, and he might apologize. And you got to think about when you went off, when you messed up. Did your brother forgive you? All right, these are all lessons that the Heavenly Father is teaching us, right? I believe I got one more. This is James 4:14. It says, whereas ye know not what shall be of tomorrow, for what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and vanisheth away. For ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or that. Right? So everything is all up to the Most High, man. You know? Yahweh willing, man. Okay? If this will happen for me, or that won't happen to me, or I won't do this or do that, you know, all through the mercy of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right? He says, but now you rejoice in your boastings, all such rejoicing is evil. Right? Therefore, to him that knoweth to do good and doeth not, to him it is sin. Right? So the Most High is so cold, you know, on a certain level. Well, there's been stories examples within the scriptures where a man will go off, or he'll put a man in a situation to go off just to punish that man, just to push a certain outcome of that man. So the Most High controls all the cards, man. He got the whole deck. All right? The man's going is of the Lord. Okay? So, no, this is not an excuse to go just continually go off. But there's going to be examples where the Most High, like I said, put you in situations where something happens. You do go off, and it's to humble your ass. All right? And to show you a lesson. Right? But that's pretty much going to be it. I hope some brothers get some edification. I want to say shalom.